Hey! Welcome to the old-timey down-home country red state update Christmas podcast. And then, now here's y'all's new Santa Claus, both of them.
Here's Jackie with the sponsors.
What?
We've never done that. I'm going to introduce you.
Oh, like Ed McMahon.
Here's Jackie with his sponsor.
Yes, that's good sidekick. That's good. You're learning. You're getting better at that. You got a good sponsor, and you're going to be excited about this one.
I'll be the judge of that.
That's right. You listen up and listen to this. Now, there's pretty big news around here, and I don't think I told anybody because I was saving it for on here. Those of y'all listening are going to be pretty excited about this. Now, used to be, years and years ago, Christmas time when there was less war on it, or none at all for that matter, and everybody enjoyed Christmas and had a good time. One of the greatest attractions, if people come from up East Tennessee, people come from West and Kentucky, come from there, come up from Georgia. Everybody wants to do it around Christmas time, and you'll remember this, Dunlap. Remember old Christmas Cave?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I remember what happened.
Well, everybody, I mean, that's long time ago, before what you talking about, before then.
Oh, back when people would go and enjoy themselves.
Yeah, they took some schools down there, children, and it's not, my knees, I've always been too old to go.
Yeah, you got to be in shape to go down.
There's a guide. You don't let you go down by yourself.
No, but there's a part where you got ropes tied to you, and they're lowering you down.
You got to get down in there.
You used to have they still got them mules that help you, or is that?
I don't
just for show?
They had pack mules for show. They had elf hats on them and stuff like that.
I see. Are you saying they've opened Christmas Cave back up after what happened?
It's been how many years now since that? That's years
God,
and years
it's been
ago.
years and years. That was 2010.
Well, it's time that they got it back open, and again, I can't go down there, but whatever's down there, it must be great because, like I said, people come from miles and miles. There's a line to get in, get out. I had friends who went down in there, and I said, "What? They said, "Oh man, the food just the best." I said, "Food? They got food down there." And I said, "We said too much because when you went down to Christmas Cave, you had to sign. What is it? Like I will not say.
I won't say.
Yeah,
but people, you can talk about it in vague terms. That's allowed. That's on the paperwork. I've seen people post their paperwork online, and it says you can talk about it in vague terms, but that's all they can post.
Well, the goodie bag, they sold them. People come out of there's candy cane stuff like that. But that looks like, to me, in a department store or something, which is fine. I'm not saying that's wrong.
Down there, they say it can be life-changing, or at least, a good diversion on a Saturday afternoon near Christmas.
And T-shirts, I went down Christmas Cave. Mm-hmm. You see those around, and people just... If you ask them about it, you just a big smile come across whoever's face it is. They just...
And you try to get... Can you tell me a little bit about Christmas Cave?
And they get to smiling just a while. Nope. Yep. Yeah, so... But like I said to myself, never went down. I'm fine to endorse it, even though it had some trouble years ago. Years ago, what you talked about was in the newspaper.
Yeah, but they never found them kids, did they?
They found two of them, yes, they did.
Oh, they found two of the Sunday school kids.
Yes, I found two of them.
How are they doing?
But that was years ago. They put them in they were like... They were feral. They were basically like wolf children or something like that. They've been down there, but they's blind because they couldn't see.
When you get lost in a cave, it's funny how quickly you turn feral and go blind.
Well, they were down there for
a year, probably.
Yeah, if that at least.
Wait, what about the other one? There was 3 Sunday school kids that got lost in Christmas Cave.
Well, didn't find him. I think they said there's some evidence. There's another one down there. Of course, you can't get them to talk. They have crazy. They's in a home somewhere, last I heard. But this is years and years ago, even when they found them. They're in a home. Doctors, but we couldn't get a word out of them if they knew where it was. Hell, for all we know, they ate him or something. You don't know. We're crazy down there.
That's right, I remember. But the doctors thought they had a telepathic link to each other.
It was all in the papers, all that stuff. It was crazy. I don't understand it. But they went crazy. You go down. They lived. I don't know how many years they're down there, but you know, they ain't ever gonna be right. But they say the other one either is dead down there or, you know, they ate him or did something.
Can you imagine being in a cave since 2010?
No, sir. Not me, no.
No. Well, I hope. Well, maybe if they got Christmas Cave up and going again, because that sounds festive.
Well,
and
everybody
fun.
loved, like I said, this is big news because it was a big deal until the incident happened. Well, you know, they just got lost down there at school. What were they? School? Where they were from?
It was Sunday school. It was what was it? Jesus Vision. It's one of them Pentecostal.
It was
churches.
along that, yeah.
It was the Fourth Holiness Church of Jesus Vision on the Cross.
That's saying
Band on Stage Church of Little McMinnville.
Yeah, it was. Okay, I remember the paper finally just started doing, you know.
Because it wasn't the one that in McMinnville
Did abbreviations after a while.
it was Little McMinnville. It was a long one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long name. But you know them Pentecostal churches.
Well, that's just how they do. Neither here nor there. It's just in the newspaper got to abbreviate because it's like, yeah, all right, I know.
And Little McMinnville, they ain't that. There's only there's 15 people in Little McMinnville. But they branched off.
Yeah.
And so that was like.
That's still to this day, as far as I know, it's still like
so.
that.
That hit that community hard because
well,
was
of course
3 out
it did.
of 15.
Of course, those children. Yeah, it was hard. Well, it
basically
hit everybody.
one family. It's one family.
It hit it. You know, it was a lot to do with it because back in the day, Christmas cake line. You got to remember, this is a popular thing. Everybody loves it this time of year, and different people. Because Sunday school class, you know, elementary school, they take children down there. They get on the rope good enough. Like
I guess there must be something about Jesus down there, too.
Well, it's Christmas. Come on. What do you mean? It's Christmas Cave. Of course it's about Jesus.
Well, sometimes you can have Christmas things that's just snowmen.
But it still means Jesus. If snowman means Jesus, reindeer means Jesus, Santa Claus means Jesus, because it's Christmas. It's his birthday.
But I think down there they've got actual Jesus. Yes, snowman equals Jesus, but I think
all of it does. That's the reason we're on Christmas. Like, well, I don't want a snowman in my coffee shop. I'm not going to put a snowman in our department store window. Well, all right, don't put Jesus in your window. See what happens.
That's what...
with that attitude, you better hope you lock your stores up good at night because ain't nobody looking after you and your stuff. Ain't nobody in heaven looking after you.
Well, that's what they said. So you really going to... If somebody saw a Happy Holiday sign here in Murfreesboro or Little McMinnville or Big McMinnville, they said, you really going to do that after we lost 3 kids down in Christmas Cave?
Yeah.
You really going to have a war on Christmas when we've lost three POWs down there in Christmas Cave?
Pitiful.
The 3 Sunday school children lost in Christmas Cave, and they made that song about it.
Yeah, I remember it was a song. It was like a country song. What was his name? Local. It's not Boxcar or something like that. It's Train Car Johnson. Remember?
Yeah,
local.
Train Car Johnson. Well, the church itself, what was it? The Fourth Holiness Church.
Little McMinnville. Yeah.
McMinnville
Yeah.
Band on. They did Jesus Vision on the. They did a version that they all sang, and it was just kind of the choir, but you know, it's like 12 people.
That's right, but that
nobody
fella,
wants to hear that.
That fella did it like a country.
Train Car Johnson did it.
He did a song.
He did it up.
They played it on the radio around here.
And then everybody, Mirabella Genesee got in, and she did a version.
Everybody did a song of that.
Yeah.
And it was sad, but it's one of those sad Christmas songs because everybody needs to, you know, take a minute and think about sad things on Christmas a little bit and pray Jesus helps makes it better. So, you know, sad. It's not all frosty snowman and reindeer running around. Sometimes, you know, it's 3 children
Blue Christmas or
going crazy in a cave.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just life right there. So you need to.
That's a thankful Christmas song. Some songs.
I say Jesus is down. They live that long down there. You'd think they'd be dead and then up, you know. Lord knows, it's sad to say it, but somebody had to be looking out for them down there because the fact that they even survived it all, I mean, granted, they're crazy and blind and screaming, hollering, scratching stuff, but they managed to live that long. Somebody's looking after them, and it's still Christmas Cave in my heart and everybody else's heart. But that's a sad story. They have a plaque in there. I do know that. They added that because I asked you, is it going to be like it? She said, oh, it's going to be just the same. And I said, well, what about them? Oh, we put up a plaque for that. We mentioned that. I said, well, good. That's sweet because one of them may be dead in there still. Or, he remains somewhere in there.
Oh, what if they find him?
Oh, they would have found it by now and find the other two. That's just
What if somebody's going down there?
There's people trying to make it spooky, and it ain't people telling tales and people saying, oh, the ghost or he's still alive, he's going to get you. It ain't a haunted house. It's Christmas Cave. I don't appreciate people out there saying things like that because the Christmas Cave, joy in the heart, like you said, I guess there's real Jesus, which is good. You need a little of that on top of snowman for Christmas time. But but they're people trying to make stories, and then then you'll have those weirdos coming here wanting that like that sort of stuff. Like, let me down that Christmas Cave with a crazy wolf boy or whatever it is. People like that sort of stupid stuff.
Phone, has anybody seen the last feral Sunday school child down in Christmas Cave since they reopened it?
Oh.
That's all I found.
Uh-huh.
What did it find?
It looks people are seeing little footprints.
Oh, hell. That's people trying to make up stories and make it like a spooky. It ain't a haunted house. It's Christmas Cave. And go down there for the right reasons or don't go at all.
Somebody said that the part where they lower you down by ropes, they saw it looked like somebody tried to cut the rope with their fingernails.
Oh, hell. People say anything to make a story.
And it says, here's somebody on Twitter, Christmas Cave Rumors, saying that the pack mules and the elf hats get spooked all the time going down that cave.
Animals get spooked to anything. A
They
wind
know.
blows strength. Oh, they don't know nothing.
Somebody's going to get hurt by a feral child down in Christmas Cave.
See, now you're saying it. Shut the hell up. It's Christmas Cave. Ain't you glad Christmas Cave is back? Everybody loved it. Of course, you young. You always got left here at the store because you too big to fit down in there. They wouldn't let you go to school.
I'd never been to Christmas Cave.
I know you ain't. Every time they had the field trip, you dropped you off at the store.
There's that one part. They've widened it since then because people are just getting fatter.
Well,
but back then, I was sort of an anomaly.
I remember principal's assistant, Phyllis Ranger. She would call me up and said, well, Mom and Daddy ain't home and he can't fit down in there. And I said, well, I'll bring him on down here if his parents would.
I remember that.
If you could find him, that's what they do anyway. And she'd run you over here, rest of them get on the bus.
Because they had told me, they were like, no, you can't go to Dunlap, you got the flu. And I was like, what? I feel fine. We're going to drop you off at Jackie's. And then I'd come in here, you say, no, you're too fat, that's why you can't go.
Well, I don't think in line to children is going to help them raise them right. Obviously, I guess I was wrong. I
knew I didn't have the flu, but I didn't know. I thought
maybe too big to fit down, slide in there. I mean, you could get down in there, you couldn't get back out. You go in one way, come out the other. It's like fat man squeeze, something like that, but different. I mean, like I said, I don't know. They won't tell me. But whatever's down there's some part of it that you couldn't get through. Somebody had to know it.
Yeah, I'm glad I ain't stuck down there too fat now, because that feral wolf child holiness comes up behind me and started clawing at my back.
Listen, my sponsor is none of it. Tragedies happen everywhere. Like I said, they put up a plaque in there. I'm sure it's nice, whatever it is I did for them. But it's Christmas Cave. If you got spirit and a desire to climb, get down to Christmas Cave, and you just going to have the best Christmas ever. Everybody I've ever talked to with a T-shirt on said they went. They won't tell me what it is, but boy, they just grin. They just grin, and that lets me know that Christmas is in their heart. So get down.
Twitter or Christmas Cave rumors, they won't say what you see down in there. Like, I wish, it's just a bunch of tweets saying, wish we could tell y'all what we seen. And the Yelp reviews on here are like, I can't say too much. There might have been something to eat, wink, wink. And other than that, just smiles.
Well, everybody has their theories and stuff, but I'm thinking I don't know. But
heard awful, piercing shrieks and howls.
What?
Heard scratching.
Twitter says that?
Yes. They said they heard awful shrieks and howls.
Oh, hell, that's somebody that's somebody going down there for the wrong reasons. That's what I'm saying.
They're going to have to update that paperwork you signed because nowhere in it does it say you can't talk about the scary feral holiness wolf child.
Oh, they're
Christmas
making
Cave
that.
wolf child Sunday school kid.
Making that up.
It says you can't talk about the Christmas Cave festivities. Although one thing I heard is they have a video of Amy Grant and Vince Gill singing a song.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. That's unsubstantiated.
Rumor. Yeah.
That's a
you
rumor.
hear rumors. You can't get everybody to tell, some people say that they change it around every time.
It might be different.
That's what, there's no way of knowing.
It might be Amy Grant and Vince Gill one year, and the next year it might be Faith Hill and Tim McGraw.
That's good too, yeah.
They can't afford that.
Well, must be something good down there, and it gets people in the good Christmas spirit. So get down there and don't, like I said, don't pay no attention to this and over here trying to start rumors. And some people just love ghost stories and monsters and all that stuff. And that's Halloween time. If it's Halloween Cave you want to go to that one, wherever the hell that is. This is Christmas Cave. Don't pay no attention to what nobody says. They're not denying what happened. Like I said, there's a plaque in their remembrance. The one they can't find, I guess the other two, they're mines, remembrance of them, because they, they're going to be locked up forever. Bless their hearts.
So that's Christmas Cave. Beware the feral wolf.
Oh, shut the
Sunday
hell
school
up.
child.
Just shut up.
Jackie,
I got a good sponsor this week. Well, it's a good sponsor, but it's a sad announcement that I have to make on here. I know last week a lot of people were excited. I know you was excited. Everybody else listening is excited. Everybody around Murfreesboro, even people who don't listen to this mess, was excited because it was a return of a great holiday event, I guess. I don't know what else you call it, but Christmas Cave was coming back.
oh yeah, the Christmas
Cave. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the Christmas Cave. It was something, it's been here for years. I think it goes back to the 70s before that. Christmas Cave was something that people drive for miles and miles, come here to Murfreesboro just to go see this around Christmas time. And it's only open around Christmas time, Christmas Cave, I think. And you go down in there, and you have to sign something or whatever when you come up out of it. Mm-hmm. Because you're not allowed to tell anybody what you saw down there. And a few people let slip, I know this, just like, oh, man, there's food down there. First thing I asked, I said, I didn't say nothing. You didn't hear from me.
You see them wearing their Christmas Cave shirts, and you know they've been through it.
That's what everybody said. I've been to Christmas Cave.
I never got to go until they closed it, because if we talked about this last week.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fit down one of the holes. They've widened it since then.
And they wouldn't let you go on a field trip.
Because people keep getting fatter, but they wouldn't let me go. They told me I had the flu.
Well, they were right, in as long, not that you had the flu, but they was right not to let you go down there, because you might have been the one stuck down there instead of who wound up in there for years.
Yeah, what happened, they eventually closed Christmas Cave because 3 of these holiness kids.
It's a church out.
It was a church. It was a church of Fourth Holiness Church of Jesus Vision on the Cross, band on stage.
What?
Something church.
It had a long one.
It's a long name. I can't ever get it straight, but it's something like that. 3 of their kids went on a field trip to Christmas Cave. This was years and years ago in 2010.
Newspapers didn't ever get the name of that church right.
No, they abbreviated.
They
had to abbreviate
it down, yeah.
That's how long. If a church's name is so long that it has to be abbreviated in the story of it.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Go on.
What's the matter?
I couldn't turn my head. I wish there's a button or something I could hit.
I just said they need to be. I said a cough button, not an old man. Button. What's the matter with you?
Gas here. Just that's all it will. Go on.
Look, that one guy who doesn't like his eating on here also is not going to like us sniffing our noses and coughing and belching.
I didn't mean that. I couldn't.
Belching on a podcast.
I couldn't turn my head.
Unprofessional.
I couldn't turn my head fast enough to get it out, and it just come when it come. And I didn't mean that. Like I said, there's a button.
You think they're belching over on Night Vale? No.
What is it?
You think they're belching over on cereal? No, they're not.
Cheryl.
Or whatever else people listen to. I really should check the chart. I have no idea, honestly. I think those are two popular podcasts, but I'm not sure.
Other people do this.
Mm-hmm. Some people make money at it and have millions of listeners.
What are you talking about? People sit and talk on the computer?
No, they do. They're more professional. They have more of a show.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. I'm about to say,
They have topics, or they do some investigative. They have guests. They have interest in important guests.
They get a camera.
David Axelrod has a podcast. I don't know if he has a camera.
David Axelrod.
Yep, I think it's called the Axe Files.
He put out a book, didn't he?
I think he put out a book, and it's
that's enough. That's more than enough. Now,
it's one of those books where you can feel it, and he's got his mustache in there.
What the hell are
like
you
it's
talking
fake,
about?
But he put one hair in each book.
Well, all the reason I know when he had the book was because he didn't like Obama. Got mad at Obama. So if he has one of these where he sits there and just talks up and down about Obama and how he messed up, I'd listen to that now.
I can tell you who his guests have been. Folks, I'm sorry if you're listening to this, just wanting to find out what's going on with Christmas Cave. And we're taking this detour down the Axe Files. Let me just tell you.
The Axe Files.
That's the name of it. The Axe Files with David Axelrod. Now we're just plugging David Axelrod's podcast.
I ain't plugging
Here's
nothing.
who he's talked to. Captain. Number one was Bernie Sanders.
Well, hell.
Matthew Dowd, former chief strategist for George W. Bush's 2004 campaign.
Well, all right, good, all right.
Captain Mark Kelly.
I'm going to say he's good because he's a captain, even though I don't know who he is right off the bat.
Alistair Campbell.
No.
Former spokesman for Tony Blair.
What?
Mitt Romney. Nancy Pelosi. Jessica Yellen. Elliot Spitzer. Jorge Ramos.
All right, enough.
Mark Holden.
I don't care who else he has
John
on there.
Favreau.
I don't give a...
Spike Lee.
I don't care who David Axelrod's talking to on there or anywhere else. Just...
That is no Fred Thompson's Twitter.
No, sir, it is not. You shouldn't even bring up a two in the same damn breath.
I thought we might get something out of that, but we did not.
Nothing.
We got nothing out of that.
Nothing. That's what you'll get out of it by listening to it. I'm telling you right now.
All right, then let's just go ahead and say it. Our podcast enemy is David Axelrod and his stupid fucking podcast.
Hey, watch your mouth.
They can kiss our ass. We're calling him out on here. Our podcast 10 million times better than David Axelrod's podcast.
You can say that. Don't use your language. That don't make you better than anybody else when you use that kind of language. Don't say that.
All right. Our podcast is better than David Axelrod's podcast. We're calling him out. If he wants to have a podcast off, we're here anytime, any place. We'll kick his butt.
Hey.
His effing butt.
Not even that. I know what it means. It's bad enough. I don't want to hear it.
So he's our podcast enemy is David Axelrod.
Well, he talks to people. We don't talk to anybody but ourselves.
Who would we talk to if we started having guests on here?
Well, get that fella he got right now, the Bush fella you said on there. You listen off names. That's the only name worth hearing.
We went to the George W. The Ronald Reagan Library. Sorry, easy mistake.
No, Ronald Reagan Library.
Ronald Reagan Library.
Never been to George W.
We want to go to the George Bush, and that's with Matthew Broderick coming as our guest.
They ain't invited us yet. We won't do one of these there. And, Matthew Broderick is going to be there with us, but
we haven't pulled that together
haven't heard back from him yet.
Are there any presidential libraries in Iowa or New Hampshire where we're headed soon to one of those states?
Hell if I know.
If anybody has any ideas for us to do in New Hampshire or Iowa, please let us know. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to follow the candidates around. We don't know how to drive in the snow. We have a lot of problems, and the deadline is looming.
Yeah, we need as much information as you can give us.
We may not go to both of them. We may just go to New Hampshire. What do you think about that, Iowa?
Well, don't do that. I don't want to see it.
Folks,
I don't want
people,
else
if
to see
you're just listening to this, I flipped off Iowa.
Hey!
I shot Iowa the bird.
You just did it bad enough. Don't have to say what you did, too.
A whole state. Badass.
Acting like Trump, what you done. Trump said they lost their mind, something like that. He said everybody in Iowa lost their
Do
mind.
you believe how stupid they are?
That's
I think
it,
he
yeah.
said.
He said how stupid people in Iowa were.
And now he's back in the lead in Iowa.
Well, he might have had a point then. If he wins, then he'll say it again, I guarantee you. All of y'all will go out there and vote for him. If he wins Iowa, he'll repeat it. He'll say
Every
the same
state
thing.
is stupid.
Yep.
You stupid MFers here in South Carolina.
Hey.
Y'all can go fuck yourself.
Hey, I'm not going to sit
That's
there
what
and
his
listen to it.
slogan will be. Like,
Watch your
fuck
mouth.
yourself,
Hey,
America.
Watch your mouth.
And he will win.
The sentiment, you're right. That's probably what he'll say, and it'll
He
happen.
might say,
but-
screw yourself. That sounds more like Trump.
Well, he got all mad because Dr. Ben Carson, a good Dr. Ben Carson.
A
was
nice
going ahead.
fellow.
Nice fella. Doing what he can. He's looking into things. He ain't even president yet, and he already went over there to see them refugees. And he don't have to do that. He don't have to do nothing. He's running for president. All he got to do is show up and talk wherever. But he's already looking ahead and thinking of how hard he can help, with things like that. And he went down there and met some refugees. He said where they're staying is pretty nice over there. He didn't say anything bad about them, but he said, maybe they're all right over there.
Yeah, they're fine.
Well, that's what
That's good to know.
Well,
He's a doctor.
And he went out of his way to give us that information. It ain't like anybody paid him to go do it. He had to go do it. Obama's the president. He ain't gone over there just once. I ain't seen him go over there one time.
Let me ask, everybody says doctor. That ain't no kind of presidential experience. That ain't. So what? He's a doctor. Who cares? That ain't going to help you be president.
Well.
But in Westerns, when they come riding up, they're like, I need to see the judge. Like, the judge ain't here. He's rode over to Surrey County. Like, well, then I need to see the sheriff. Like, sheriff's dead. He said, well, then who's in charge? Like, well, I'll take you over to Doc Brohouse.
Sheriff don't always die. The doctor ain't always in charge in West.
I think it's judge, sheriff, doctor.
Well, doctor's important. They got to have a doctor back in.
They're like, we caught
people
these...
looked up to him. That you got a point there for you. All right. Yeah.
We have caught, look, a posse rides in. They're like, we have caught these three, fill in the minority blanks. And we need to hang them, but we need somebody to sign off on it.
Yeah.
They're like, well, the judge is gone. The sheriff's dead. Let's get the doctor. He's the one you'd go to. He's third on the list.
Usually, but the sheriff wasn't always...
Fourth, grocer.
Usually the sheriff ain't dead. He's hurt. Doctor fix him.
Drunk.
Drunk?
Sometimes, sheriff's drunk. Like, where's the judge? He's gone. Where's the sheriff? He's drunk. Where's the doctor? I'll go get him.
That ain't all the Westerns I remember being like that at all. Doctor helped, that's for sure. But the doctor was smart. Sometimes they went for advice, but the sheriff wasn't always dead. No, and I never seen a doctor spin a gun around and kill a bad guy. Doctor help out smart-wise, but he didn't go out there and do that. And that's where I think Dr. Ben Carson is different. Because given the opportunity to come in and save a day with weapons, if that's what you need, I don't think he'd hesitate to use them. Whereas a doctor doctor on the Western, doctor on TV, like
nervous.
I can't use my skills to hurt anybody. No, I don't have no part. Like MASH, always whining on MASH. They're in the Army, supposed to do it. Every episode of MASH, Hawkeye, all of them, just always do your duty. Pitiful.
Phone's blowing up.
What's going on? Well,
yeah, MASH is full of pussies. That's
don't
truth.
say it like
Truth.
that. I didn't say that language.
Hashtag
I don't want to
truth.
hear it.
Hashtag MASH. Hashtag pussy.
Hey, I don't want to hear it. But Dr. Ben Carson, if he was in MASH,
Ain't no pussy.
they think that old Winchester or Frank Burns is bad. They're drunk, lazy butts. He'd show them what's what. He'd give me the gun. I'll go out there and take care of it. It's not Charlie. Who was it? Korean. They just call them Koreans. Who do they call them?
I can't remember.
They had a bad name for them. I can't remember what it was.
I get all those bad names mixed
They
up.
all, yeah.
So you're saying Dr. Ben Carson would have been the Frank Burns or Major Winchester?
He would have get your butt off.
But the kind to put them in their place, not the butt of the like the
right.
one of them who won.
That's what I'm saying. They'd be trying to pull all that stuff on Dr. Ben Carson, and he had it all over.
He'd have the last
That's right.
laugh.
He'd be good on MASH. I'd like him.
So a Dr. Ben Carson presidency is basically an episode of MASH where Frank Burns wins.
Well, the only black fella they had on MASH was Spear Chucker.
No, can't
What?
say that.
Well, that was his name on the show. I didn't
they
give him
can't
the name.
say it. I know it.
Well, did I say it was good? I'm saying they had Dr. Ben Carson. They try to call him that. And
Is
blow
he
all
even
up.
in the show, or is he just in the movie?
I think he show up on a show sometimes, but
He didn't.
He wasn't a regular. There wasn't no regular character that was black on MASH. Yes.
The 70s, man.
I
What was the cook's name? Rizzo.
Rizzo, yeah.
He's good.
I liked him, yeah.
He's sort of ethnic.
Yeah, Radar make me laugh. I think right now I just get tickled at Radar.
Just thinking about how he looks.
Yeah, just look, the way you act and stuff, yeah. He hear things. He can hear stuff like way before it happen. It's like special power or something. I don't know. He's good.
Was Klinger?
Klinger wore a dress.
Klinger wore a dress. Was
Yep.
he from, where's he from in real life? Where's Jamie Farr from?
I don't know where he's from.
Like Palestine or?
He might be. I don't know. He played in the Cannonball Run. He played Arab.
Yeah, but
that's acting. I didn't say that.
But no, he's Lebanese.
That's it.
Classic Golden Girls punchline.
Now that was ahead of his time back in with MASH. I give him credit for that. Not just Lebanese, but the dress part and all of that. Nobody,
and
raised an
handled
eyebrow.
with great sensitivity.
Yeah. But other than that, sensitivity was MASH's problem, is what I'm saying. All of them just, you war. I got to show up another and just get on with your work. You in the damn army, you enlisted or got drafted, whatever it was. Do your job. Sometimes MASH funny, like I said, some of them, but all that. I have bad news to share on Christmas Cave.
Christmas Cave, folks, if you're just joining us. If you didn't hear last week's episode, you might want to go back and listen to last week's episode, Christmas Cave. Great Murfreesboro tradition, Christmas Cave. We can't tell you too much about it. You have to sign a release when you go down in it. Great fun. Who knows what Christmas wonders are down there. I never went down there. I was too fat as a child.
They wouldn't let him, yeah.
Widened the opening now. And you do have to sign a thing also because there's like ropes, and I think they lower you down. But at some point,
it's a little work. It ain't like somebody. If you ain't in shape, that's reading my old bones. I ain't gonna get down there. I wasn't able to get down there when I might have been able to.
Now, if you're disabled, they will make provisions. They'll
They'll
you down
lower
there.
you on there. They got something. Because
that's the law. They can't
little,
just have a Christmas festivity where disabled people can't go.
Well, the little mules, donkeys they got. What do they call them?
Well, the pack mules with the elf hats.
Then when they take them down, they lower them down in there sometimes.
Some of those are the original ones from years ago.
They'd be dead by now.
Well, some of them are the old ones.
I don't know how long those things live.
You can't ride them, but you can pet them.
All of this talk that we're giving right now is probably getting everyone excited, and that's the bad news that I have to share. This was going to be the first one since it was back in the 90s.
Oh, it's years and years ago in 2010.
Had to close it down. And this year was going to be the first year they opened back up. People, just right after they announced it, everybody had the shirts back on from back in. Everybody was wearing, I'm going back again.
Going back to Christmas Cave.
Some people, like I said, I hope I got a new shirt this time. And other people said, no, stick with tradition. The shirt should always stay the same. I don't have an opinion on it because I ain't seen the new shirt yet. But we was all excited, looking forward to it. And it was going to bring a lot of cheer here to Murfreesboro. But now, I don't know what's happened. It wasn't ready to go. Something was a hindrance to either one of if there's a ride down there. I don't know if there's a ride. I think there's food, like I said. I've heard that mentioned. But whatever happens down there, people come out with a smile on. But they ain't going to be able to do it this year because there's something not ready up to speed. Or, like I said, it's so mysterious already that it's difficult to say precisely what it is, but it won't be open. They're hoping that next year, next Christmas, this time in 2016, good Lord, 2016. Never thought I'd be alive.
What they say? Something mysterious happened?
They didn't say it's mysterious. They just said they're not ready to go. It's not ready to we were planning on it, and something that's what Yeah, that, I'll take your word for it. If, you don't want to have anybody down there unless, like I said, they're lowering donkeys and there may be rides in there.
Well, I thought they were already doing some stuff. That must have just been the previews, because that's when the people were saying they heard the shrieks and the howls of folks, if you don't recall, the reason they shut down years and years ago in 2010 was because those holiness kids got lost down there, and 2 of them went blind and feral, and 1 of them is still lost down there. Those 2,
he ain't lost. I think he's dead. I think them 2 might have eat him, is what they're saying.
They don't know. Nobody knows, except that people were saying if you get on the Twitter and you search for Christmas Cave rumors, you see that people are saying they heard shrieks, they heard howls. It looked like somebody tried to cut a rope with their fingernails.
That's rumors. Look, the only 2 people that do know what really happened are crazy in the head. They got them at a home. They think that you might well you get just much out of talking to a dog.
You know what? I looked them up, and that's true.
Yeah.
Except for 1 of them.
Wow.
So 1 of them is exactly as you described, but Julianne is in pre-med.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good for her.
She's going to Holiness College.
Well, all right. Good
But
for her.
she can't. That's all. Like, she can't remember. If you ask her what happened in 2010, she couldn't tell you.
Well,
The whole thing is blacked out. She's sad. She carries a burden of immense sadness.
well, don't say a name and everything. She's trying to move on in life, which I would too.
No, Julianne X is what we call her.
How can you be? She's blind, isn't she? You gonna be going to medical school?
Yes, you can go to school and be blind.
Not to medical school, can
What?
you?
I don't know what kind of doctor
you got an operating thing. I guess you can feel the organs and the stuff, the veins. I don't know. I didn't mean to be mean about it. I just knew that they was both blind. They lived in a cave for years, blind as bat, both of them.
Well, that's because I think what happened was the evolution kicked in, and then they turned into like they could see with sonar. I don't know. It's dark down there when the Christmas lights ain't on. And it did not take very long for them to turn feral. They weren't down. What were they down there, like a year or 2?
It seemed like they just stored on it every day. I guess it stretched it out longer than it was.
But the experts think that they went blind and feral like almost immediately.
Well, at the time, all the experts said
it don't take long.
Excuse me. At the time, everybody said they thought that the children were dead because they looked for them for so long, didn't see nothing. Then somebody went down there and got hurt. That was it. They like not gonna look at him on.
These Yelp reviews of the Christmas Cave are talking about
Yelp reviews. What is it?
Some of them went down there and they seen a pack mule scared out of its mind.
Why?
And they couldn't.
Pack mule probably is scared out of its mind if they have to lower it on a rope. Once it gets there, it's gonna take it a little while to adjust.
Sounds to me, if I'm shutting down Christmas Cave this close to Christmas, it's because of feral holiness child attacks.
What? Don't start it.
You explain.
You don't
what
know
other
what
reason
happened.
could there possibly be?
It could be if they got they could have a roller coaster down there in the.
Yeah, we don't know.
Need a greaser wheels or whatever, the track, however it works. You don't know. Don't nobody know what's down there, first off. But it ain't necessarily crazy bat boy, feral, whatever you want to call it down there. It ain't his fault. Don't start rumors.
It looks like some of these South American workers that were down there working on, they can't say.
Well, nobody can say. That's the thing. If you sign a piece of paper before you go down in there that you can't say what you saw down there, then you can't. There's lawyers, big-time Nashville lawyers, the Christmas Cave, and that's what's so upsetting because I know the hoops that they made them jump through in order to open it again. So it's...
All I know is on here it's saying on Christmas Cave Rumors Twitter, it's saying that there were some South American technicians they brought in for a certain part of Christmas Cave nobody can talk about.
Yeah.
To fix that up. And that one of them got real scared. And he can't say why, and none of them can talk about it. Except
got real scared. What?
There's a loophole where he was able to draw a picture on a wall.
What?
Apparently, you can't draw pictures on paper, but you can draw them on a wall. So this South American technician,
legal thing slip through. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, he might be a lawyer. We don't know.
It sounds like it. He got a good one.
Smart. He has a lawyer.
Well, you drew a picture on a wall
of a feral child, or Paul Williams.
What?
They weren't sure.
All right.
And he couldn't explain.
All right.
A lot of secrecy surrounding Christmas Cave.
Well, it's going to be more secretive now because this is the way I look at it, because I try to be optimistic.
Okay.
Because if they can't open this year, everybody's interest is peaked because it was on the front of every newspaper here. Now, granted, some of it was bringing up old stories. Not every, that's not necessarily a good story, something you want to advertise. But a lot of it was Christmas Cave opening again. It's been years. They talked to the people, everywhere, but now find out it's not going to be open. But let's hold on to that excitement is what I say, because come next year, that Christmas, people going to be shimmying down in that hole just to get down there and celebrate. You wait and see. And then who knows what's in store for them? Something good. Everybody come out with a smile on the face.
Or
and say
get attacked by a monster child. Teenager.
Don't say that. That's a bunch of bull. You don't know the first thing about it.
I think you and I both know why they shut that down.
That's a bunch of rumors. I wouldn't say that.
And as soon as they start lowering people down on ropes in the Christmas Cave, it's like lowering a chicken drumstick down into a pit of piranhas.
All right.
If there was just one piranha.
All right,
it was holiness.
Let's say you're right, which you aren't because you're full of it. I don't care what Yelps or whatever else says on the computer or phone. The list is, if you are right, that gives them a full year to get down there
capture or kill.
Well, if that's what it is, just keep it from opening, let them take care of it. I didn't say that, wouldn't say it at all. But if with that amount of time, unless this youngin' is a Rambo or something, to me, if you're crazy, an animal like that makes you stupid, because animals are easy to capture and kill. We all know that.
We all adapt in different ways. It sounds like one of these children just went the blind and crazy route.
That's what happened.
One of them went that route, and then now is inspirational and is going to pre-med at Holiness College.
Good for her.
And then the third one has adjusted to its surroundings and is a killing machine.
Well, you don't know that. You don't know if it's still down there. There's still just as many people.
Or the other two could have eaten him. I don't know.
That's what I was about to say. People believe that that's probably what happened because they couldn't find no bones for him anywhere in there.
Maybe because they're still in his body and he's using them to stalk Christmas carolers.
All right, let's say you're right. Fine. If that's the case, they got a year to get him up out of there, unless, like I said, it ain't Rambo.
I don't know.
If he's like an animal, then he's animal. Like I said, anybody capture, kill an animal. Animals ain't smart. They don't. People got all over.
Some animals are smart.
All right. What's the smartest animal? Dolphin, I know, smart.
Dolphin.
They get caught in the tuna stuff all the time. I hear people whining about that all the time, which I ain't saying
wolf.
What do you mean, wolf? You shoot and kill a wolf. How many wolves Sarah Palin killed in her lifetime?
Yeah, if you got a gun. If you just down in Christmas Cave like a sitting duck, I guess I don't know if they allow you
capture and kill. Did I not say that? You ain't going down there to play tiddlywinks. If they're going down there,
you're talking about sending in the experts.
That's what. If that's the case, they got a whole year.
Are you talking about sending in Johnny Greenstreet's?
Well,
from Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out?
Wouldn't be surprised,
folks. If this is the first time you're encountering our podcast, go back and look up Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out. He'll get anything out of.
He'll get you out of your house. You got a critter up under the floorboards or
running around in there.
Got you cornered in the living room.
A chicken, it doesn't matter.
A chicken.
I think he'll take out old boxes. Didn't we say that? Establish that old boxes, trash. He'll get that out too.
I mean, well, chicken. If you can't get a chicken out on your own, something wrong with you.
Well, what if you're sick?
Well, maybe.
We're both sick right now. Would you want to deal with getting a chicken out of here?
Call an ambulance, then call Johnny Greenstreet.
So that's Christmas Cave. What?
Not one before the other, I said.
No. So that's Christmas Cave.
It's my sponsor. I'll say that's Christmas Cave. Sadly, not opening this year for Christmas. Keep those hunters, if you want to call them that, some people, whatever you want, hunter or militia, whatever you want to call them. Let's keep them in our prayers this Christmas because they going through a lot, and we're going to keep them in our thoughts and prayers. Bless their hearts, they're here trying to take care of that situation, whatever it may be. Instead at home with their families on Christmas to get Christmas Cave open and celebrating next year. So let's, like I said, just keep many thoughts and prayers this year. Well, I got $25, and it's more or less an apology. It wanted me to make an apology again on behalf of Christmas Cave. And I said, you go on, keep that $25. I'm happy to say that. No, well, they ended up giving it to me anyway.
Oh, good.
So I still got it. But either way, I said, you didn't have to do that. You've been through enough. Bless their hearts, they were hoping, as many of you know, Christmas Cave is exciting. I'd call it an event, I guess, but it's kind of it may be a theme park, nobody really knows. But every time Christmas...
You can't talk about it. You go down, you have to sign some paperwork after you go down there. You can't say what just happened to you.
We think it feeds in, there may be some rides in there.
Right, there may be a video with Vince Gill and Amy Grant. We don't know.
And they come
There's definitely some pack mules.
Well, yeah, they're on the outside, too. They lower them down in the rope. But on the T-shirt, it always says, Santa Claus, button your lip. Got that. Shh. Yeah, he's in a cave. So it's secret, but evidently, whatever it is down there, and I'd go, too. I'm just too old to get down to shimmy down there. I can't do that.
It's hard to get down there. You gotta be reasonably fit.
Well, if they're lowering a mule down, they can lower somebody else down. But anyway.
Well, they if you're hurt, they do say this, like, if you're hurt or something has happened to you, don't let that stand in your way. Come down. We will get you down there.
Yeah.
I don't know if they comply with all the federal laws just yet, but they're working on things. They definitely have widened some of the holes you got to go through because people are getting bigger.
What I'm trying to say is they're working on it. We thought it was going to be open this year. It's been closed for years and years, probably since the early 90s, sometime
at least 2010.
They closed it up, and people used to come out of state, and of course everybody come
everywhere in the Southeast. Well, remember, what did you hear that?
What was it?
I don't know. It sounded like either a spring broke or my phone went off.
I don't know what your phone makes all sorts of noises. I ain't supposed to know what kind it is.
Where's my phone? Here it is, folks. I found it. Again, if you are not watching this on YouTube, that's fine. I don't want to steer people to YouTube. We're just letting you know that's out there. You could have seen me realize I didn't know where my phone was and find out that I was sitting on it, pull it out from between my legs, and hold it up in the air.
All right, nobody cares what you do with your phone. Everybody's got one of them now.
That's the kind of stuff you can be watching on YouTube.
Everybody's got one of them little things. At one time, you'd be the first one in town to have one. Of course, you never were. You'd be last. Everybody's showing off the phone. Everybody's got one. It ain't nothing to talk about. Nobody cares. I don't care no how if it's a popular thing to have or not. I wouldn't have one of those things on me going off all the time.
So Christmas Cave been closed since the 90s or 2010. T-shirts with Santa Claus in a cave going shh. There was
People
an incident
down there.
There
was an incident. That's all you want to talk about, but that's why it had to close. There was some.
Oh, right. Yeah, we were saying the Southeast because people, and I think that day there were some people, of the day of the incident, there was a bunch of people come up from Florida who'd seen that. Because they used to see Rock City. You know, see Rock City? They used to paint it on barns.
Yeah.
Like, come to Christmas Cave.
Yeah.
Like, wait till December because they weren't open year-round. Yeah. And then say, come see Christmas Cave.
You drive down the road, first barn, and say, what are you doing this Christmas? And you keep on driving. Going to see the family, question mark. None of the above, whatever. Christmas Cave, see you in December.
Mm-hmm. You one big tornado wipe out their whole advertising campaign.
Yeah. But it used to be all up and down. What was it? I-65.
Yeah, 24.
24, I think.
Yeah, going down, yeah.
But everybody loved Christmas Cave. They had to shut down. There was an incident, like he's saying. 3 youngins got lost down in there. They looked for them every which way, couldn't find them.
And we're on a church holiness, the Third Pentecostal
field trip, some church
of Jesus Vision on the Cross.
Can't remember. Long name.
Long name.
Real long name.
They had to abbreviate it in the paper.
All in
so
the newspaper stores, all about it.
Band on Stage Church, I think out of McMinnville. Little McMinnville. It was out of Little McMinnville.
I can't remember all the names of it years ago, but anyhow,
3 kids.
3 of them went missing. Then years later, at least a couple of years, I don't remember.
I can't remember.
It was a while.
This was 2010.
You know, sometime around there, they found 2 of them, and they both crazy. Put them in a home like a wolf children or whatever. They were blind because they was down in the cave for so long.
Blind and feral holiness children, and then one of them, I guess, is okay because she's going to medical school.
She's doing good. I'm happy for her.
We didn't know that. Jackie said they both, nothing ever going to come out of them. He doesn't believe in second chances, and one of them going to be a doctor one day, may save his life.
Oh, well, good. Like I said, good for her. I'm glad.
Although I don't know if I'd go to her.
Well, if she's blind, and I mean, doctors can put their hand on you at different places to check you, you know, whatever. But
they can also be sculptors.
If it's surgery, no, I ain't gonna. No. But aside from all that,
well, you heard why? Did you hear that in the paper?
Huh?
There was that article on her why she was going to medical school.
Well, that's what I was about to say. She's learning. She's been going to medical school all this time. People question it. It's so that she can learn to get a doctorate degree, some kind of, I don't know what kind, but she wants to study. The other one, she was down in there, still in the home. Just crazy.
So she's going to get a degree and just work on her brother.
Yeah.
That's good.
Were they related?
They all related.
Well, all right. And that, yeah. But the one that's in the home is
may not be brother, maybe some sort of wolf child bride.
Well, they were down there and went through a traumatic experience together, whatever it is. But she's going to study the other one, but the other one's been in a home since he got out, but it's getting out this weekend, and let me explain what's going on. This is, if you've been reading the paper, I'm sure you've seen this. Now, Christmas Cave got shut down for reasons that some people believe that the other one down there, they never found no bones for it. They couldn't find it down there. Some people still think that there's like a blind wolf child running around down there in Christmas
They've
Cave.
heard screams and yips.
Oh, all right. People get scared over everything. But just to be sure, they hired a Christmas Cave, which due to some of these rumors going around or whatever else is going on, I don't know. I don't work there. It ain't my job to know what it is. But if they decided they're going to have to put it off, Christmas Cave, they thought it was going to open. They're not going to open that. Hopefully going to open next year for next Christmas. So there's something to be excited about. In the meantime, to put to rest some rumors or to take care of something else there, they got some detectives they hired out of, I think, Memphis, some good Memphis detectives.
Some good Memphis detectives?
Detectives up there, some mercenaries.
Wait, where are the mercenaries from?
I don't know. That's overseas, something like that, I think.
Some good Memphis
detectives out of Memphis, yeah.
And some foreign mercenaries?
I don't know foreign. That's a big.
That is a big word.
It's
a loaded word. I don't mean to other these mercenaries.
The people who saw them loading up, loading in, getting into town thought they heard like accents or they were speaking a foreign language.
Like
I
Russians?
don't know what it was. I don't know if it's Russian or not.
Right. It's hard to tell them Eastern European. Let's just say Eastern European.
Well, whatever. I'm sure they're good at their job. Christmas Cave has faith in hiring them. I'm sure they're going to do a good job. So they's about to send down these good Memphis Texans, these mercenaries, and some retired police people, security people from around here. They will go down there and try to either just find the bones and prove that the young'un died down there, as harsh as that sound, but it's either that or they're going to spook him out, get him out of the hole.
They're going to kill him, is what you're saying.
No, I didn't say that at all. But some people said because of the weaponry and stuff that it takes to do these sort of sweeps, I guess what they call it, going down to Chris Craig, just making sure. So they did see weapons. They saw some semi-automatic, weapons. All these things were getting lowered down in there. So people started talking. Now this young'un who went to pre-med, she got the other crazy one out of the home, and they went down there to the mouth of the cave, and they said before you send all these people with the weapons or whatever, detectives.
How'd she get him out of the home? Did she have some sort of? I didn't think they'd let him. First of all, who signed off on that to let him go to the scene of him being feral?
Well, maybe they are related. I don't know. If she going to pre-med, she knows some doctors, I'm sure, whatever. They arrange it. He's on a leash and stuff. They got him tied, he can't just get loose and run around. Now, if they're going to send him down there to sniff the other one out, they may do that.
You got to fight fire with fire, like Jurassic World. You got the dinosaurs team up to bring down the other dinosaurs.
Well, if he's down there, she wanted to plead with them to come out, and the other one's going to, so they're down there before they let loose these people weapons. And let me let you know, we people are worried about these weapons. Now, the mercenary people I can't speak for, but if you're going to be a good detective in Memphis, you got to have a care permit. Got to have a gun on you. Got to.
I wouldn't want to be a detective without a gun.
Hell no. You got to have a gun.
I know these days everybody's saying this and that on guns. Take them to church, take them to work, wherever. What do you need to do?
We can save that argument for another time, but if we're talking about good Memphis detectives.
You need a gun.
You got to have one down
detective,
here on your leg.
And not Memphis, any detective needs a gun.
Well, I can't speak on all detectives.
Why would you want to be a detective if you can't carry a gun?
There may be a detective out there that's like Andy Taylor or something. I didn't see Rockford shoot that much. He did every now and then.
He had it on him.
Well, he had it on just in case.
I'm not saying you need to
do him a lot of good sometimes. He'd get to beat up all the damn time on there.
If I was him, I'd find another line of work.
Well, couldn't do much else, I reckon.
I guess not cut out for it. But being a detective, you have a lot of different kinds of skills. Seems like he could get some kind of job on a factory or.
Yeah, it'd be good if he's still alive. I could do that movie. I'd go see it. Bless his soul.
Was Rockford working on a factory?
Well, just figuring out what to do with his life.
Like I can't do this.
Yeah, get on.
Sounds sad.
Well, no, because he finds what it is he always wanted to do.
Like Larry Crown.
What? So anyway, Christmas Cave not open this year. Hopefully, they resolve this situation, whatever it might be. People are going to speculate this and that. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it.
Wait, so let me just get this straight.
What?
They hired Christmas Cave, who wanted to open.
Yeah.
And you and Christmas Cave both said there was no feral child down there trying to cut ropes with its fingernails.
No.
Making everybody real scared.
No.
And now they are pretty much admitting that there was, and they're going to kill it with Russians.
Nobody has said anything.
Memphis detectives.
This is a just-in-case situation. I'll tell you this: if that youngin' or grown-up, I guess by now, is still down there,
2010,
them good Memphis detectives going to find out. Now, they're mercenaries, as far as I'm concerned. They're probably just there to back him up.
Just back up for detective backup.
Yeah.
And so. 2 of the 3 missing feral holiness children.
Before they let all them loose down there,
they're venturing down into the caves.
They're gonna see it, and I think they have 24 hours or 48 hours, something like that. I can't remember the time on it, but they got that amount of time before they send the detectives and their mercenaries gonna go down there and they're gonna sweep it.
And what do they hope to do once they get down there? I guess that's when their telepathy and their cave vision will come back, and they're hoping.
That's what, one of them's smart now.
Right, doctor.
Can form sentences. And the other one's still just crazy as hell. So you put them 2 together, if anything's going to get done, they're the ones to do it.
Well, I hope they find their
I hope
relative/friend.
I just hope everything turns out okay. I don't want no one to get hurt. And most importantly, what I want is Christmas Cave to be open next year for this time of year.
Well, let me ask you this. If they go down there and they get him, whoever does it, whether it's the mercenaries or the detectives or the doctor and the feral one, is there a chance the cave could be open by Christmas?
Not this year, no way.
Really? It just seemed like they were up and going. They were doing previews. We talked about it. People were saying they were going. It seems like all they have to do is throw a switch.
People are going to insist. If they do find something down there, they're going to have to, fumigate it, whatever it is. I don't know what they got to do. Something. there's a lot more to it than just finding somebody and jerking them up out of there. There's a lot of stuff they got to do if I find it.
I'm just saying that would be a Christmas miracle.
At this point, with all the rumors as what they are, if they didn't find something, people still be scared to go down there. So
and if they kill him, they'd have to, you know.
Well, if
nobody wants to walk by that on their way to see a Vince Gill video.
If you don't want no one to kill you, don't go run around scaring people.
He's not making these choices. Something's wrong with him. He's been in a cave since when?
Well, I don't know. Way back
2010.
Maybe it's 2010, somewhere around there. But if he's down there, I don't even know if it's real. So
yeah, we don't know.
I ain't want to talk about it.
It could be a murderer down there.
Well, I'm going to leave it.
Or a monster or a Bigfoot.
No, it ain't none of that.
The Bigfoots, maybe the reason we don't see Bigfoots is they live in caves.
No.
Like when we start looking for them, they know how to get down to all the caves.
Bigfoot's big. You couldn't get the foot down there, let alone the rest of it, getting down there. They couldn't get you down there. That's the reason you could go when you was a kid. You're too damn fat to fit in there.
They told me I had the flu.
Well, if you too fat to get in there at 12, 13 years old, Bigfoot always too big to get in there. So, no, ain't no Bigfoot down in Christmas Cave. See, that's how these rumors get started. People start talking like that, and next thing you know. But I ain't got an opinion on it. I'm going to leave it to the good Memphis detectives. If there's ever a good detective, he's from Memphis, carry permit, I'm going to let them sort it out, and I'm interested to see what happens. But like I said, most importantly, we just want this to put it behind us so Christmas Cave can open up to the public next Christmas, so people come out of town, bring their youngers, everybody come have a great Christmas. Evidently, it's something else down there. I have no idea. I ain't never been down there, but people who go down there, they always want to go back.
I guess so. I was going to say not these two that got out of there, but they're going back.
They're going back for different reasons.
I guess everybody does want to go back. So that's Christmas Cave.
Yeah.
Opening up this Christmas after they get rid of
Not this Christmas. No, they ain't. They not opening this Christmas at all. They're opening up, hopefully. They ain't even guaranteed they're opening up next year. We're hoping that they're going to.
Jackie, I got a sponsor this week I think you're really going to enjoy.
Yeah.
It's Christmas time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that or not. Can you smell that cranberry spice?
What time of year it is. What the hell are you talking about?
Hey, did you eat that cranberry bliss bar for Christmas?
What?
It's Christmas time, everybody. Hey, what is this? Holly berries.
What are you talking about?
It's Christmas.
Gingerbread. You just run
ornaments.
Just going down the list. The Christmas trees, stockings, all
yep,
all that
it.
stuff. Yep.
Now you got the spirit.
Snowman.
I was worried you going to Scrooge it up.
Scrooge it up.
But now you turn into a regular old St. Nick.
I know what Christmas is. Good Lord.
Do you know what it's all about?
Of course I know what it's all about.
Christmas Cave is open for business.
Wow.
Folks, the Christmas Cave just in time for you to spend all day Christmas hoisting yourself down a rope with a burro and an elf hat. Christmas Cave back open for business. Don't be scared. Everything is under control.
Yeah.
That's Christmas Cave. Don't be scared. Come on out Christmas time. What are you going to see down there? Well, Jackie, we can't say.
Nobody knows for sure.
You got to sign a release when you come up from out of there saying you won't talk about it, but you can smile.
I guess you
you can say, was there food? And people smile and say, I don't know, maybe.
The T-shirt says, got the hush on, Santa Claus, be
loose
quiet,
lips,
don't go,
sink ships.
Yeah.
So we don't know. Maybe there's an Amy Grant Vince Gill video playing down there. We don't know.
Yeah,
it's a big
rumors.
deal. Those are all rumors.
Yeah.
But maybe this Christmas is the year you're finally going to find out for yourself. Get down there. They've widened that hole that fat people couldn't get down before. Now you should have little to no problem. So get on down to Christmas Cave.
When you was young and they couldn't get down,
couldn't
fit down there, worried about you getting get stuck in there, yeah.
They sent me home and told me I had the flu.
Yeah.
So that's Christmas Cave, folks.
I don't
know. No
know.
problem at all.
It's Christmas Cave now. Look, You won't find a bigger supporter of Christmas Cave than me. You ain't gonna find one.
Well, it's my sponsor, so I might technically
you can have
be.
it. That's what. There's a reason you have it, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. You be spokesman for Christmas Cave, whatever. I'm a little uncomfortable doing that, and that's what I let them know. Plus, Cold Christmas Cinemas, they've been good to us for so long. But
they are longtime sponsors.
To me, it seems like they said they were going to close down. They won't go get open. See, I don't know what to believe and what not to believe in some of this stuff. It's just them maybe putting it out there to get people talking about them, and I understand that, but Christmas ain't the way to be about stuff like that. Christmas is a time for, reflection. Enjoy yourself. Go, if you like spelunking or whatever you call it, if that's what you like, then that's fine. But it ain't all about it's just spiraling out of control as far as I'm concerned. And I just had to get off that ship before things get in it.
So you're saying you don't trust the Christmas Cave at Christmas?
Well,
Jackie, it's very simple. And if you think that this is some sort of contrived publicity stunt,
that's just what
like Bernie Sanders suing the Democratic National Convention.
Yeah.
Please don't send us letters.
Who?
Letters.
Oh,
Bernie Sanders
please,
people.
Good Lord. I ain't going to read it if
I was just joking. I'm sure everybody deserves what they get in this situation.
Yeah.
Folks, the Christmas Cave, Jackie, and I bristle at your insinuation that the Christmas Cave is no better than Bernie Sanders. The Christmas Cave is a long-time Murfreesboro tradition.
I didn't say that.
Yes, there was an incident that happened many, many years ago.
And I was willing to put that behind me just like everybody else.
Yep.
Years.
What, 2010? I mean, come on. You can't live in the past
maybe
forever.
in the 90s, for all I can remember. But they opened it
remember
back
either.
up. I was
I think
supporting
it was
them.
2010.
I was right behind them all the way up until recent events, and I just had to, like I said, I'm uncomfortable.
Years ago, there were some children from a holiness church in Little McMinnville. It was the third Pentecostal church of Jesus' vision on the cross, band on the stage. The name was too long. They had to abbreviate it in the newspaper.
Yeah.
3 of those holiness kids got lost down in that cave. Never could find them. They turned feral. They went blind. They developed some kind of mind power, some telepathy where they didn't have to use language. We don't know about that.
I don't know about that. It's true. But they blind, yeah.
They found 2 of them. One never got better.
One unaccounted for. Yep.
We were surprised to find out that another one was going to medical school, holiness medical
Good for
school.
her, yeah. That I'm all, yeah.
To help the other one.
Well, I don't know if I had a doctor and they was blind. Don't know if I want them.
Third one,
working on me, but
missing. We don't know where. Probably dead. Let's be honest. That's what everybody was thinking.
That's what everybody's saying, yeah.
Dead down in the caves.
Wait a minute. I was saying that. You were saying there's rumors that the 2 that live ate it, but they never found no bones. You were saying
that
there
is
was
a rumor.
A monster running around in there. You was the one saying that it was trying to scare people,
right.
And a lot of people trying to scare people to drum up. See, now I realize what it is. It was just a drum up.
Well, that a lot of people got real scared. They heard some noises.
Yeah.
They heard some skittering about. They heard some howls and some cries.
And that's fine for Halloween. I don't have a problem with that. If you want to be scary Halloween cave, all power to you. But don't call yourself Christmas cave. Anyway, I'll shut up.
Some of the ropes where they lower the burrows down with the elf hats had claw marks as if a feral wolf holiness child had clawed at the ropes with its claws to cut it and to cause people got scared. People were scared. Christmas cave should not be something you're scared of. It should be mysterious, yes, but
that's fine, little mystery, as long as it mystery with a smile, which
mystery
is what
with a smile.
It was, yeah. But
I tell you what, people were so scared they shut it down. They were sending in the sister. We don't know that they were related.
I don't know,
but
if they bonded down there in ways
those churches
we'll never know about. Yeah,
they're all kind of related.
That too, yeah.
So the one medical school and the one still not doing that great were going to go down there, and they were giving them 48 hours, was it, to try to
Something
find
like that, yeah.
the one that they probably ate years and years ago in 2010.
They give them a chance before they sent down all the good Memphis detectives and those mercenaries from somewhere.
Eastern Europe.
Yeah,
Eastern European mercenaries and some Memphis detectives were going to go down there. We don't know what they were going to do. We hope help. But I would say they were prepared to do anything. Well,
they're going to give it a sweep. They're going to make sure,
They were going to sweep the Christmas cave. Things were tense.
Yes, sir.
Things were scary.
He was worried for everybody involved.
Things were not very Christmassy.
Oh.
Those two, blind, telepathic, holiness, one formerly feral, one...
Still
not doing that
up.
great.
Yeah.
Not doing that
About
great.
The same, yeah.
They got lowered down.
What was that cartoon, Bugs Bunny, that went crazy? That's what they remind me of. Was the one that went crazy, had the teeth. Bugs Bunny. He was crazy. This mean ornery. It was like that one.
Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah, that's it.
So they go down in the cave. The mercenaries have their guns drawn, which is making people uncomfortable. Just a bunch of people with accents and guns.
I'm not going to get
in a cave.
Precaution is necessary, especially when people are getting real scared, like they said
they were scared out of their minds.
Well, when you're scared, and that's no matter what situation. Take Christmas cave out of it. When you're real scared, ain't nothing better to have on you than a gun. That's going to help that situation.
But not if you're not from America.
Well, no, but they was
that might help their situation, but nobody that's American hearing foreign accents and them having guns, that's not helping them be less scared. That's more scared.
There's American money having them do the job. So as far as I'm concerned, there's American.
If Americans are paying you.
Yeah. That makes you American. You know, what you do with that, hopefully you're going to do the right thing by that, but I have to hope and assume that's what the case is, yeah.
Well, those two came back up.
Yeah.
There was a quick tug on the rope. It's like, that's the signal. Was it? Because they never really set up a signal. Like, well, it seems like a signal. Like, if I had to signal, this is the staff of the Christmas cave. They're like, if I had to signal, they weren't prepared. If I had to signal, somebody pull me up real quick, I'd do like a sharp tug on the rope. Now, that could have been the third feral wolf holiness child eating them, and just like get snagged on the rope as he was tearing.
You heard him screaming and everything else. If that was the case, but
not if he snapped their neck, snuck up on them.
Well,
but none of that was true. They lifted them up and they came out. And med school had a message. From the third feral wolf holiness Christmas cave.
Well, I ain't going to believe it till I see it. That's just my take on it, but go ahead.
Well, you might want to get down there because the message was that feral child wolf boy wanted to make a deal. He was ready to make a deal. So they got some of them high-powered Nashville lawyers tied to a rope.
Yeah.
And they lowered them down into the darkness. And they worked out the details, and when they come up, the deal was done, and Christmas Cave was back in business, and the third feral wolf holiness boy was going to spend some time in a glass box scratching and clawing at people, in their direction, give them a little Christmas scare at the beginning, and, for a fourth of the proceeds.
I ain't going to believe any of this till I see it. So
well, Jackie, money makes the world go round.
Well,
money is the name of the game.
They got it set up so you don't ever get to know, I guess, unless you actually go down there. But someone my age or your size ain't going to go down there.
Well, all you need to know is before you get down there, you can see this, then you can talk about this, because this is... Wolf Boy is on display, and people are Instagramming him. He's there. He's
Instagram.
He's talking. He's howling. if you tip him enough, he'll just shitting right in that cage.
Hey.
But he's
it-
shitting all the way to the
Why
bank.
would anybody give somebody money to do that?
Jackie.
That don't make any sense.
It's Christmas.
I know it is Christmas, and none of that sounds like anything I want to do on Christmas. And here I was, thought nothing was better than Christmas cave, a little mystery, and that's fine. But I don't know. Something seems fishy about all this to me.
Well, money is the name of the game. We got all 3 feral wolf children are back. The one is back at Holiness Med School. The other one's back in the home. And I guess the one that did the best of them all is the one that just stayed down there till they paid him to come back up. So that's Christmas Cave, folks. Get down there and see whatever it is you can see. One thing you know you're going to see is a wolf boy in a glass cage.
That ain't what you're supposed to see on Christmas.
Making that money.
All right.
And it's Christmas Cave time, folks. You've only got, 3-4 more days before they shut it down for the season. So you're going to want to get down there real quick, lickety-split. And then I guess they release Wolf Boy back down into the Holiness Wolf Boy, Feral Boy, back down into the caves until next year when they renew his contract.
Yeah.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old time.